After the Canadian Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton spoke calmly in front of the cameras, but his words were like a quiet storm. He didn't shout. He didn't blame anyone. But what he said left a strong message for Ferrari's top engineers. Hamilton said, "There are a lot of changes that need to be made in the system." He also said he couldn't say too much, hinting that something serious is happening behind the scenes. These were not words about tires or car setup. This was something deeper. Hamilton was pointing to the way Ferrari works as a team, the way they think and how they make decisions. His words were carefully chosen, and that made them even more powerful. Hamilton is not a driver who complains without reason. He has been in Formula One for many years. He has won 7 world championships. He knows what it takes to build a winning team. So, when he speaks, people listen. But this time, many media outlets didn't really understand what he meant. Some said he was just adjusting to a new team. But people who know Formula One well understood that Hamilton was sending a secret message. He was warning Ferrari that something is wrong deep inside the team. Someone who did understand was Luigi Mazzola. He is a former Ferrari race engineer. He worked during the successful Schumacher era. Mazzola heard Hamilton's comments and spoke up. In Italian racing culture, it is rare for someone like him to speak so openly, but he did. He said Hamilton's words should not be taken lightly. Mazzola warned that Hamilton has joined a team that still doesn't have the structure it needs. Even after 10 races in the season, that is a big problem. A team that wants to win races should not still be in pieces halfway through the year. Mazzola did not try to hide anything. He said that if Ferrari still does not have the right mindset, then the situation is not just bad, it's very bad. Coming from someone who helped build Ferrari's greatest successes, this was a serious warning. Mazzola was telling everyone that Hamilton's quiet message was real. Ferrari is broken on the inside, and not many people are willing to admit it. If you stop and look at the facts, you will see that Ferrari's problems are not just about what Hamilton said. You can see it in the numbers. We are already halfway through the 2025 season, but Ferrari's big upgrade package is still not complete. Some updates were supposed to come earlier, but they were delayed. A new suspension that was being talked about in April is only arriving. Now for the Austrian Grand Prix, that is delayed for a team that says it wants to fight for wins. Hamilton's car, the SF5, still feels like a machine built by too many people pulling in different directions. The ride height is too safe, which hurts how the car moves through the air. The brakes don't work the same every time, especially under heavy pressure. And when the drivers try to change the car setup, the car doesn't respond well. This means that drivers like Hamilton have to change their own driving style just to make the car work. That is not how a top team should operate. At the Canadian Grand Prix, Hamilton's car had some damage on the floor because of debris. But that does not explain everything. The real problem was that the car was outside of its ideal aerodynamic setup. The balance of the car was based on data that simply doesn't work in real conditions. Ferrari's engineers are slow to react, even when something goes wrong. It takes too long for them to fix it. That shows a lack of urgency. Charles Leclerc is still trying hard and working quietly, but Hamilton is clearly getting frustrated. The issue is not a lack of parts. It's a lack of speed in decision-making. Ferrari is stuck in a system that does not like change. When a great driver sees that, he only has two choices. He can either fight against it or reveal the truth. Hamilton seems to be doing both. The biggest problem Hamilton is facing at Ferrari is not just the car, it is a cultural clash. At Mercedes, Hamilton came from a team that made fast decisions using data. They were not afraid to try something new. They welcome ideas from everyone. Ferrari is very different. At Ferrari, tradition is very important. People respect the past too much. They follow a chain of command. Questions can feel dangerous. And if someone brings a new idea, it has to go through many levels of approval before anything happens. Hamilton gave a clear example. He said, "I ask, what if we tried this?" And they tell me, "We've always done it this way." That one sentence explains everything. The real problem at Ferrari is not Red Bull or Mercedes. It is their own past. The team is holding on to old ways and does not want outside voices to change anything. Even Fred Vasseur, the team principal, is struggling. His job is to modernize Ferrari, but he is slowly being blocked by the very people who are supposed to help him. Luigi Mazzola said it clearly, the mentality at Ferrari is broken. There is no room for taking chances. There is no time for trying something new. Even someone as successful as Hamilton becomes just another outsider in a system that does not want to evolve. Hamilton's resistance is not loud. It's quiet, but very clear. In team meetings, he continues to ask questions. He keeps pushing for new ideas. He keeps suggesting things that go against the old Ferrari way, and when they say no, he doesn't give up. He stores that information. Then, on the track, he shows them what he means. You can see it in how he drives. He takes 10 lines through corners. He adjusts his style during races. He does things that the engineers do not expect. That is his way of sending a message. He is telling Ferrari, I will not let this car control me. He is not trying to break rules. He is trying to survive by doing things his own way. Some engineers inside Ferrari have started to notice. Some are beginning to agree with Hamilton. Quietly, they admit that his instincts are often better than the computer simulations. But Ferrari has always been a team that does not like drivers who think too much, and now they have one of the smartest and most experienced drivers in the world. That makes things difficult. The Austrian Grand Prix could be a turning point. It's not just another race. It is a test for Ferrari and for Hamilton. Ferrari is finally bringing the new suspension upgrades. They are hoping these changes will fix the problems with the SF5. But the truth is, these upgrades are not a breakthrough. They are just an emergency fix. It's like trying to stop a leak with tape. It's not a real solution. And Hamilton knows this. He is staying calm, but you can feel the pressure building. He knows that if these upgrades don't work, then Ferrari has no more excuses. This is the halfway point of the season. If the car is still unpredictable, and if the team still ignores his feedback, then Hamilton will stop trying to fit in. He won't complain publicly. He won't walk out, but he will start to pull away from the inside. That's how great drivers disappear even while they're still racing. Right now, Ferrari is standing at a crossroads. They can either listen to Hamilton and change, or they can keep doing things the old way and watch everything fall apart. The engineers feel this. Fred Vassar feels it too. Somewhere inside that garage, people are trying to decide what kind of team Ferrari wants to be. Will they protect their history, or will they fight for the future? That is the real battle. Hamilton didn't join Ferrari because it was easy. He came here to make history. He came to win his 8th world title. He wanted to become a legend in red, but now he finds himself in a team that is afraid to move forward. The past still controls the present. The systems at Ferrari are designed to protect the image of the team, not to support the driver. Engineers don't want to be wrong. Leaders don't want to take risks. And drivers like Hamilton are trapped in the middle. So Hamilton speaks in a quiet way. He drives with a message. He hints at deeper problems. When he says, "There's so much I wish I could tell you," that is not just a simple statement. That is the voice of someone who is watching time slip away. He is trapped in a structure that does not want to hear the truth. And if Ferrari does not change soon, they won't just lose a championship. They will lose the very spirit of what they once stood for inside Ferrari. The silence is growing louder. People in the garage walk past each other without speaking. Engineers sit in front of their screens with tired eyes. Mechanics do their jobs with focus. But the energy is missing. No one says it out loud, but everyone feels it. Something is not right. The usual passion is gone. And the cause is not just the car's performance, it's the tension between what Ferrari is and what Hamilton is asking it to become. Lewis Hamilton is not just driving a car. He is testing the system. Every time he gives feedback, he watches how they respond.